Afternoon, everybody. This is Banster for Life. Today is Thursday, February 7th, 2013. How can I start this? Well, let me start it with positive stuff. For lap banders, this is the lap band rules. I'm not a doctor, so this is just my opinions of everything that I say on this video. If you choose to listen, that's fine. If you do not choose to listen, it is your right to not listen. That's what's great about YouTube. Rule number 1, eat only 3 small meals a day. Only 1 cup total per meal. 1 cup total per meal. Does not mean you can eat a 8-ounce thing of chicken, have vegetables, have stuff on the side. No. 8-ounce totals per meal. That's if you need a whole 8 ounces. Eat slowly, chew thoroughly, at least 20 to 30 times per bite. If you need more. Stop eating as soon as you feel full. The moment you feel full, you need to stop eating. Not worry about getting everything in your plate. Not worrying about the calories at that moment. Do not drink while you're eating. Do not drink while you are eating. That means usually a half hour before and a half hour after, and to be perfectly honest, I wait at least 45 minutes after. So I know everything's in there. I know I'm feeling full and satisfied. Do not eat between meals. Grazing is not allowed. Snacks, not allowed, unless, of course, your doctor has told you otherwise. If your doctor has told you otherwise because you have a medical condition, you have the lap band. No grazing in between. Eat only good quality foods. No processed, as much as possible, We understand everybody has work. Everybody has jobs. Everybody is a running mom. I ran all day yesterday. So I brought a protein drink. I brought plenty of water. This is 52 ounces or 50 something ounces. I make sure that I have plenty to drink. I have stuff on me at all times. If you're going to choose to have proteins with you, this is 100 calories, 17 grams of protein, 3 carbs. This isn't a, this is by EAS Advantage. This is not one of those commercial drinks that only has 10 grams of protein. You need to have that 10-to-1 ratio. I'll talk about that in a minute. Avoid fibrous foods so you don't get stuck. Broccoli, pineapple, asparagus. I don't eat fibrous foods. Drink enough fluids throughout the day. My doctor said 64. I drink 100 and about 28. Why? My body needs it. These are just bar rules, and you're going to up the bar to fit your life. Drink only low-cal beverages. I was putting the Mio and stuff in there. Now I don't. I actually just drink water. Exercise at least 30 minutes a day or 210 minutes a week. That's the rules. My doctor upped my rule so that I get to go to at least 45 minutes a day. I do an hour because I want to get to go. Protein first. Let's talk about protein. 10-to-1 ratio. Protein should be that first thing on your plate. The second thing should be vegetables. There should be no carbs, no bread, no pitas, no tortillas. While you're in the losing phase. Nothing with that extra carbs. Even if you look at the tortillas, if you look at the, I don't know what they call them because I don't eat them, little pita breads where you can stuff stuff, or whole wheat sandwiches. To be a weight loss surgery person, first of all, you should be at the restriction, unless you're a newbie and you're still working on it, to feel that feeling where you're going to get stuck if it goes down. If you don't, I would definitely recommend that you call your doctor and ask your doctor about this. Ask him about the bread, ask him about the carbs, because I don't necessarily count carbs, but my carb ratio, I believe, was like 30 grams. And that's pretty much nothing. That's pretty much, you know, all your day. You know, say you're going to have cottage cheese or whatever you have. Protein has, obviously, the higher the protein, the lower the carbs. So when you're choosing a protein bar, you want to make sure that you're getting a good quality bar. They don't have pure protein is really great. Something that's maybe 180 calories, 18 protein. I mean, you really want to just make sure that you're using, if it's 100 calories, it should be 10 protein. But that's what you should be eating. If you are in the losing phase, that is what you should be eating. I see people saying that they are having sandwiches with lettuce, tomato, very, very light mayo. Or they're having, you know, salads with croutons, but they only had a few. You can't have any. You know, of course, people are going to fall off the bandwagon a day here and there. A day once a week is too much. Don't expect to lose. You know, putting stuff in your mouth, of course, all this is a learning process. Working up your exercise is a learning process. What I can say is, as long as you're following these rules, as long as you're drinking your water, as long as you're doing your proteins, at least 80 grams or more a day, at every meal, you should be eating 20 grams of protein per meal. If you're eating 20 grams of protein per meal, at least, that's the minimum, you will not be hungry. You will not want to graze. Drink that water in between, and you will be good. I am a very sensitive person as well. But I've had several people come to me asking me for help. Myself, when I was first when I first had lap band surgery in March, I was like at 600 calories. You know, you're just doing the mushies, liquids. And then I went up, started feeling hungry, and I went up to 1,200 calories. I wasn't losing. I went down to 1,000, wasn't losing. I went down to 900. I was all right. Then I went down to 800 and I started really losing. So when people talk about how many calories you should eat, number one, you should contact your surgeon and ask them, because we're not doctors. We are just going through our journey by ourselves. So nobody could tell you how many calories your body needs to eat. We don't know what you burn. We don't know what kind of activity you're doing. We can only suggest. I do live off of 800 and 900 calories. That's what's best for my body, because I don't eat the bullshit. I put all protein in my body. If it's 100 calories, there's at least 10 proteins. There's usually more. I want this very bad, just as bad as anybody else wants it. But I think the level of devotion has to be there. You have to go back to basics. You have to follow your rules. You have to eat 80 grams or more of protein. What job you have, how busy you are. If you don't have time, then don't expect to lose. I had this one lady that contacted me a few days ago asking me for help, and she's an office lady. And she said, you know, she gets embarrassed because it takes her, you know, over a half hour to eat something small. And so that was her excuse on you know, pretty much starving, and then by the time she gets out, she's binging because she's hungry, and you know, but she's still within her calories, and she's either finding herself gaining or just maintaining. Maintaining is normal. You know, I've been at the same weight between 163 and 165 for the past 3 weeks. I exercise every single day, 6 days a week, an hour to 2 hours a day. I eat between 800 and 900 calories. I eat my protein first. I'm doing everything right. I'm drinking my water. To me, bodies are crazy. So as long as you're doing the right thing, eventually it will come off, right? We didn't gain all this weight within a year or 6 months or 3 months. We gained it, and it took us years. This is a learning tool that you have inside you. So if you are a lap bander, the first thing I would suggest, and you're having issues, go to your surgeon. Don't feel ashamed. Tell them you need help. What do you do? You're gaining weight, you're maintaining, you've been maintaining for the past 4 weeks. If you maintain longer than 4 weeks and you're not losing, you need to contact your surgeon. If you're feeling hungry more than 3 hours and you're eating the proper firm protein, chicken, meat, contact your surgeon. If you feel as if you need a full, contact your surgeon. When you get those stuck feelings, this one lady said to me, well, I don't like feeling that stuck feeling. It's a learning tool. You're going to get that feeling because you need to learn how to adjust and how to work with your tiny tank inside you. You only get out of this what you put into this. So it doesn't matter how many people you tell that you're doing this and you're doing that and you're doing this. We understand your struggle. As weight loss surgery patients, we understand your struggle. Also understand you are weight loss surgery. I don't know if you're necessarily, because I've only ate, I don't know if you're necessarily supposed to go up to 1,200, 50, 1,400, 1,600 calories. I don't know. I've heard even the lady tell her surgeon told her 1,600. To me, you're a weight loss surgery patient. You have a smaller stomach. You're only going to eat until you get full. You're not going to necessarily worry about those calories. Yeah, you're going to keep in check so you don't go over those calories. But you don't necessarily need to pinpoint those calories every single day. People don't do that. What you're going to do is you're going to stop and you're going to eat until you're full. And you throw the rest out or save it or do it for your next meal or you do whatever you do. So, you know, keep up the faith. Stay strong. Don't give up. Get more exercise in. Drink more water. Don't worry about shooting and hitting a certain calorie range. You don't have to worry about the calorie range. You need to stop and take your time. Even if you're, you know, in the office and you don't necessarily want to be around people, you got to do what you got to do, man. You know, at some point, you got to get breakfast, lunch, and dinner in. So you eat breakfast before you go to the office instead of, I know she didn't want to eat at the office. She wanted to eat. She didn't want to eat before because it was so early by the time she went in. She wanted to eat, you know, she went in at 9, so she wanted to eat around 9, 10-ish. If you got to eat when you go on a break and just spend that whole time eating in the morning and have your break in the morning and take a half-hour break and just eat, do that. Lunch, let that be your other, or wait a little later for lunch. I actually sometimes eat dinner late because I know I have issues at night. So, you know, this is a changing journey for most of us. And we can only suggest as your family and your weight loss surgery supporters for you to do whatever you can do. But, you know, all I can say is this is your journey, not anybody else's journey. You are the co-captain. And like Miss Rose says, Mama Rose, there are trains, planes, and cars. Which one are you? You know, this isn't a race. This isn't, you know, who gets there first. This is your journey. You guide it. You're the captain of the ship. You know, only you know exactly what's going on, and we can help you. So, you know, what I would suggest for anybody out there who is needing help, just until you start losing, give it a try. Don't eat any carbs at all. Don't eat any bread. Don't eat any pasta. You know, lay off the sandwiches. One lady, lay off the mayonnaise. You know, try it. You know, this is trial and error. Try it and see if it happens. And if it does happen and you start losing, keep it that way for a little while. All right, guys. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Bye.